Hey everyone, this is Red Silvers, and welcome to the first episode of Let's Play Mighty Morphin Power Rangers the movie, Sega Genesis version. I have to specify Sega Genesis version because if you get the Super Nintendo version with the same name, it's a completely different game. And they're both different from the regular Power Rangers games on their selective systems. The Game Gear game for the Power Rangers is also different. And the Sega CD game, Power Rangers, you definitely don't want to get. That one is terrible. We owned that one. But aside from the Sega CD one, this is the game that we owned in my household. We also went to see the movie when it first came out. We went to our local drive-in theater the day that the movie came out. So we saw the first showing at that drive-in theater for this movie. And for a long time, next to our gaming TV, we even had a poster, a movie poster. So, this is Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie, for the Sega Genesis. And I have no friends, so we're playing this alone. But they're going to talk about the plot of the movie a bit here, and about Ivan Ooze, who is the villain of the movie. And of course, as you know, Power Rangers was adapted from a Japanese TV show, a series of Japanese shows, really. But the movie was kind of its own thing, and it's really weird. But I always thought this was a fun game. It's certainly fun to play two-player as well, but I'm not really sure how I would go about recording two-player. But I did have a gimmick in mind for this game, because you get to choose which ranger you play in each stage. So what I thought is, here's a fun way to do some audience participation. I can just have my audience vote on who to play as. But there's a catch there, because this is the original Power Rangers, and Tommy Oliver, the White Ranger, and also the Green Ranger in the show, is going to be the most popular character. So I thought, well, I'm just going to do stage 1 as him then. So we're going to play through the first stage as the White Ranger.
Tigerzord!
So we're here at Angel Grove, and we're dealing with these Oozemen that are Ivan Ooze's minions that he creates by spitting loogies. And that might be my only real gripe about this game, is like, you get a lot of generic enemies. There's not a huge variety in the enemies. So in this stage, we're going to just be dealing with Oozemen. So the B button here is like my main attacking button. C button is my jump button. And the A button here does like a special move. Does a lot of damage, but it'll hurt your life bar. So I don't want to rely on that too much. But most reliable move that I have is just to charge at him and hit the B button. You'll do this attack. You use Tommy's sword, which in this case is the Saba Saber, which Power Rangers was a huge toy. There were a lot of Power Rangers toys. That's something I want to pick up. That'll fill up my life. And so my brother had the White Ranger sword that he used in the show to summon his Tigerzord. I had some of the action figures. I'm pretty sure my longtime friend Chris had just about everything, because he's a huge collector of stuff like that. I know he had the Green Ranger dagger. But mainly I remember having like the morphing, the power morphers, and then having some of the little action figures. My brother had that sword. So aside from that sword slash, that's pretty reliable. Of course, you can just do a melee combo. And you can jump and do a jump kick if you don't get grabbed. I don't know how you get grabbed in a mid-jump like that, but... You can jump at him and do that punch, and if you're running, if it'll let me do it, yeah, you can do that kick. One thing I really like about this game, all the music from this game comes from the TV show. It's all Ron Wasserman music. And I've been in this Power Rangers kick lately. I don't know, all of a sudden, just the nostalgia has hit me. I picked up the... Oh, we're at the end of the stage already. I picked up the fighting game that was on the Switch on a whim. So there's Ivanus. We get to him because we're going to confront him, and he just kind of blows us away. That was our whole encounter with him the first time. Not even a boss fight. So that's the end of the first stage, but we do have a little cutscene kind of at the end here. I'm so used to just skipping all these cutscenes when I play, because I played this game a lot. But all this here is pretty true to the plot of the movie. Even Zed and Rita stuck in the snow globe, which is pretty great. They animated that. So I will point out here, they're talking about going to the planet Phaedos and doing all this stuff in the jungle. And that would have been a good place to put level 2 instead of what they're doing here and continuing on with the story. Like, make a jungle level where you have to go through the jungle. I can understand not wanting to sprite them in their ninja outfits or in their civilian clothes, but we can make a concession for the game. Instead, we're just kind of like, here's the plot of the movie that's going by in between levels here. You know, like, we could have a whole stage where you deal with the stone gargoyles and the skeleton creatures and the Teika warriors. Instead, we're gonna plot our way through it. We come back to Angel Grove, and Ivanus has already taken over the city. And there's the cool screenshot right there. So at this point, I mentioned that I want to do some audience feedback, so we get to choose Ranger again, but this time we're not going to have the White Ranger on the vote. It's going to be just the other 5, the Blue Ranger, the Yellow Ranger, the Red Ranger, the Pink Ranger, and the Black Ranger. So I'm going to do voting through the Talking Time thread that I'm making for this game, or I'm going to do voting through YouTube comments. Up until the point that I start recording the next video, all votes will be accepted through those 2 methods. And I just thought that'd be kind of fun. Back when I first started doing videos, when I did Mega Man 3, I did something similar with that, where I had the audience pick the stages. So I thought that would be a fun way to take the game. It won't make a huge difference in the game, but it's kind of fun to mix it up a bit instead of just picking whoever I'd want or anything like that. So with that said, who are we going to play level 2 as? I guess we'll find out next time. And until next time, this has been Red Silvers, Have yourself a good night.